Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. The NFL slate for week number 6 is already shaping up as the NFL odds have come out for several of the games, and I am here on a Monday morning to take a look at some of the opening odds, giving you a look at week number 6, seeing which ones have some opening odds value and which ones we should probably wait on. We'll start it off with a Thursday night football game. Very interesting contest as well. An NFC South battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. And the Falcons come in only as a slight 3-point road favorite in this one against the Saints in the Superdome. Now, obviously, the Saints haven't played that well, but you have to think in a divisional game at home, the Saints will play better. But, of course, the Saints didn't look that great last week, and we could be in line for another game similar to that, whereas the Falcons come in and really beat them down. And I wouldn't be surprised because the Falcons' defense has been playing very, very well this season, whereas their offense has been extremely balanced, as we saw once again last week. However, the Falcons still have some kinks to work out here, so it could be interesting to see where this line moves here over the next couple of days. Keep an eye on it as well, and we'll preview it more as the week gets a little longer. Now, the Bears and the Lions come in another divisional battle here in week number 6, where the Lions are hosting Chicago after Chicago's now won their last 2 games in a row, edging out Kansas City on the road, but come in as a 2.5-point underdog here against a Detroit Lions team that absolutely got destroyed at home by the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Arizona Cardinals have also destroyed the Chicago Bears once this season already, so really not too much you can read into that. However, with the Lions looking as bad as they have been on offense, especially the way Matt Stafford has been looking, and Chicago hopefully getting healthier, maybe even with Alshon Jeffrey and Eddie Royal coming back next week, 2 receivers they did not have in their win against the Kansas City Chiefs this past week. The Bears, as an underdog, might be looking like the play once again. I think their defense is actually a little bit better than Detroit's. Both teams have problems in the secondary, so we could see a lot of passing offense in this game, but the Detroit Lions, not exactly a team I want to get behind as a favorite here, regardless of who they're playing or being at home. Might be a nice time to take a look at the Chicago Bears here once again. And finally, the Bengals are heading into Buffalo for one of the more intriguing matchups of week number 6. The Buffalo Bills come in as a slight underdog, depending on where you're looking at. Some shops have it as a pick'em, with as small a juice as -115 in favor of the road Bengals, whereas a couple of other shops have them at -1, maybe even -1.5, depending on where you're looking at. So it could be an interesting odds value here, depending on what the Bills' injury situation looks like. We'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow. However, both Sammy Watkins, LaShawn McCoy, and Carlos Williams, all 3 of those guys missed this past week. Buffalo offense really didn't look that great. If it wasn't for a couple of long rushes by Tyrod Taylor, they would have lost last week. Probably deserved to lose as well. However, it'll be interesting to watch the line for this one move, depending on what the injury situation looks like here for especially the Buffalo Bills. So keep an eye on that one as well. Could be something to watch as we get closer to the weekend. But that'll do it for your opening odds look. Make sure you check out my line movement update on Friday, as we'll take a look at some of these lines as well and see where the line has moved. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.